Welcome to another ICP update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our daily Discord updates. And yeah, ICP is still going down right now. We have a 1-2 setup on the chart, but it's not the most bullish 1-2 setup, to be honest. Now, we did react to the 50% support level many times actually. We got to it about 4 times, but I think this will get invalidated extremely soon, especially if Bitcoin starts dropping. I will also talk about Bitcoin in this video, don't worry. So yeah, if we actually bounce right now, the next target would be above $10, which is also above the bull market support band. Now, is that going to happen? Well, I don't know, but if we do get to these levels, that should be, a third wave of this 1-2 setup. Now, this is the minimum target for the 200% extension. Well, actually for the 1-2 setup, the 200% extension is the minimum target, which means that we could get to the 2.272 extension, but you have to keep in mind we got a cross on the bull market support band about 2 weeks ago. And this is actually not too bad because I'm still expecting the altcoin market to go down or sideways until the end of March. So if we do that, and I'm going to explain why I think that will happen, if we do that, then it should be okay if we actually get another low in the second wave right here. Now, speaking of this second wave, I mean, what the ICP chart is doing right now, it's of course not the best looking chart, but it is a 1-2 setup, and the second wave right here, I mean, after we got a 1-2 setup on this chart right here, we invalidated everything. It turns out this was only an ABC structure of the second wave, and it should be in. I mean, the low should be in. I don't know if it's in or not. We could get a double bottom. I mean, some altcoins already got a double bottom, so maybe we will get one as well. And keep in mind, we had a cross on the bull market support band, and each time we get a cross on the bull market support band on pretty much every single chart, the chart drops more after that. For example, here we got a cross when ICP was at about, let's say, $18, and we dropped to about $11, and then after that we got a short-term bounce, and then we dropped again. So it's likely that we get another low. Keep in mind, we could even drop to the 0.786 support level, which I don't really want to see because that's the last support level, but that could happen and you have to be aware of that. Keep in mind, we got to the oversold territory on the daily chart, and this is actually very bullish. The last time we got to the oversold territory was actually here. And of course, you could say that, it's not really that bullish because here we got to the oversold territory and then after that we just went down again. But at least in the short term, we went up. So we could at least get some kind of short-term pump, which could put us at the bull market support band. And, it's going to be very important to see what happens here. If we get rejected by the bull market support band, then we will most likely go sideways until the end of March. However, if we get above it, we could actually get a bounce. And if we form these 5 waves up, it would actually be very good. These 5 waves will complete a first wave of the main third wave move to the upside. And if we do that, then of course, after that, we will need a second wave move down. But after the second wave move down, you could look at a third wave of a third wave, and that's gonna be the most impulsive move of the cycle. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing, what happens with ICP in the next couple of months. I'm still expecting it to go up during the altcoin season. However, like I said, the altcoin season could, happen in like a month and a half rather than this month or, in 2 months or so. So yeah, the third wave right here should top by the end of May. Now, if you don't understand why, let me go to the Bitcoin chart and let me show you a couple of things. First, let me go on the weekly chart, I guess. So in every single cycle so far, Bitcoin had a double top, and not many people seem to realize this, but these double tops actually happened at the exact same time of the cycle. For example, here in 2013, we had a top in April, and then we dropped during the summer, and we pretty much dropped until July, and then we had another top at the end of, well, actually at the beginning of December of the post-halving year. And in 2017, it's the exact same thing. We got a first top actually at the end of May of 2017, then we went down until July, and then we started going up again, and we topped in December of the post-halving year, just like in 2013. And in the previous cycle, it's the exact same thing again. We got a top in April of 2021, which is a post-halving year. We went down until July, and then we had another cycle high in November this time. So yeah, it's pretty much the exact same thing every single cycle. So I believe we will get a drop during the summer. So wherever Bitcoin is at the end of May, I mean, after that, we will get a drop. So no matter if it's at like 100K, we will most likely drop after that. And it's going to be a significant drop. It's going to scare a lot of people, but After that, I'm still expecting another high, and I'm still expecting Bitcoin to get to above, let's say $255,000 by the end of the year. That has been my prediction for a long time now, and I'm the same person who said that Bitcoin will be above $100,000 by the end of 2024, and I said that when we were down here and everybody was calling me crazy, and we got to 100K by the end of 2024. So yeah, I think it's a very realistic prediction, $255,000 by the end of the year. And yeah, if we continue going up, which I think it's very likely, if we get a huge pump in, like a month or so, then we could continue going up until May, or let's say until the end of April, and that will be the third wave top, and then we will get a fourth wave move down, and whatever Bitcoin does, I mean, ICP will just copy it, so of course, I'm expecting an altcoin season to happen, but for an altcoin season to happen, we still need Bitcoin to go up. Bitcoin cannot really go down when we have an altcoin season, because if it goes down, it's not going to be good, because, an altcoin season cannot happen if Bitcoin just goes down. The reason I'm saying that an altcoin season cannot happen while Bitcoin goes down is because, whenever Bitcoin goes down, altcoins usually follow it. And yeah, we do not really want to see that. We still need Bitcoin to go higher and higher. And in order for that to happen, it needs to actually do something. Right now, it has been going sideways for about 3 months. So yeah, it's still not great. However, we have a 1-2 setup on the chart right here. And we could see a third wave very, very soon. We actually have a trend line on the chart as well, and we reacted to this trend line 3 times. We actually got a bounce off of it. So right now, if we do not want another low in the fourth wave right here, we should get, above, let's say, this high right here, which is the previous all-time high. And then the next target would be a deep 200% extension of the 1-2 setup right here to form a third wave at above, let's say, $129,000. Then of course we will need a fourth wave move down and a fifth wave move up, and whatever this fifth wave move tops, that will be the May top, and after that, that will completely main third wave, which means that we will get a fourth wave in the summer, and then the fifth wave should put us at all-time highs again at the end of the year. And speaking of, all-time highs, ICP is nowhere near close to being to all-time highs, and I think that's okay as long as we, actually go up during the bull market. Now, ICP is actually in a downtrend right now, and this chart is looking similar to some other altcoin charts. However, there are some altcoins that are doing way better right now, which means that if my theory is correct, then ICP should get a much bigger pump during the altcoin season than some of the other altcoins that already had a pump. Now, maybe my theory is not going to be correct. Maybe I'm just going to be wrong. I don't know. But it is possible that we get to at least like $50 by the end of the cycle. And I think that's actually a very low top. And in my opinion, we should get to at least above this high right here, which is at above $86. If we do not get above this high right here, I don't know what ICP will do during the bear market. We will most likely go below like $1, and that's not going to be good. So if we want ICP to actually survive in the next bear market, it needs to get above this high right here. And honestly, it needs to get to above, let's say, $100 if it does not want to just die in the next bull market. So you need to hope for that right now. And if it does not happen, then that's not financial advice, but, you should most likely not keep it for the bear market. But if you want to, that's your fault. If you lose money, there's nobody to blame but yourself. So, yeah. So I'm expecting a third wave right here. Now, I also want to look at the weekly chart. The weekly chart is not looking too bad. Like I said, we're in a downtrend. And if you look at the RSI, the RSI has not really cooled off, which is not really great. Here, when we got this low right here, the RSI was much lower than it is right now. At least the RSI is in an uptrend, but yeah, it's not looking too great. And like I said, we could look at another low very, very soon if we do not get a bounce, and I'm not really, seeing a bounce right now. I don't think we will get a bounce anytime soon, unless we actually start QE right now. If we start QE, then yeah, we could get a drop on the Bitcoin dominance chart, and that could lead to a very big ICP pump. But until that happens, yeah, it's just going to be a bunch of nothing, and it's just going to be boring price action, and it's going to be sideways price action for some time, I guess like a couple of weeks, maybe like 6 weeks. So ICP is still doing fine as long as it's staying above the 0.786 support level. However, if we drop below this low right here, I will turn bearish, because we cannot really afford to get to the 0.786 support level. Come on, it's gonna be too risky, and in my opinion, if we get to this level, we will most likely invalidate the whole 1-2 setup at some point, and that would obviously not be good. So if we drop below $4.33, then it's pretty much over, and I'm expecting another bear market low, or actually an all-time low for ICP. But until that happens, I'm still expecting the third wave, and these are the targets. I mean, I don't know where the third wave will go, maybe the 1.618 extension, maybe the 200% extension, but the 200% extension right now seems a bit unrealistic, but who knows? This could be an ABC structure, and if it is, I mean, this could be an A wave, this could be a B wave, and then after that we could get a C wave, which puts the price at $0. So I don't know if that will happen or not. Of course, that's the bearish scenario. Bullish scenario is that we actually manage to form 5 waves up in the cycle. If we do, then we will still go down in the bear market, of course. But then after that we should get a third wave, and that could look very, very nice. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of months. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts, and if you want access to our daily Discord updates. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.